But we can now hear from the IGP of the Nigerian police force on that matter.
I was discussing with your IG. Last week we arrested a kidnapper in Nigeria. And that's a kidnapper that operates along the coastline of West Africa. Like I told him, he even has houses. His family are based in Ghana here. And that's the only kidnapper that kidnapped and he demands ransom in dollars, $1 million. I think most of the ransom, about $6 million so far, were in dollars. And he can keep a victim for as long as 6 months. So you can see how it's very sad,
really. For so much information Nigeria for IGP, they are my IGP now. A very serious information. Now I hope say IGP on so will be 2-1 among. Look, the catch them will say the majority of them in Raha because omo beye juma papa biu. Majority of them in Raha because omo ho na atire omo. Majority of them in Raha because your system is weak. To say omomoho failing, until they are able to do a lot of illegal activities. And non Nigeria for IDP. One share. Abema ye IDP one is say, bo akromfo efi e kromo hono. Omo de omeni a kire Ghana o akromfo efi Nigeria ne de omeni a kire Ghana IDP. Tina sorry free wo toso na ye ejuma. We can
now hear from the IGP of the Nigerian police force on that matter.
I was discussing with your IG. Last week we arrested a kidnapper in Nigeria. And that's a kidnapper that operates along the coastline of West Africa. Like I told him, he even has houses. His family are based in Ghana here. And that's the only kidnapper that kidnapped and he demands ransom in dollars, $1 million. I think most of the ransom, about $6 million so far, were in dollars. And he can keep a victim for as long as 6 months. So you can see how it's very sad, really. Keeping somebody for 6 months until we finish paying that money. And he doesn't release his victim until that money is complete. The money he gives out is completed. And I think these are areas I think we need to, like I said, I will discuss with you later, because I was told that he has his family in Ghana and he has 2 houses in Ghana. I even have the addresses. I think these are things we are going to discuss. Finally, the importance of actionable intelligence sharing cannot be overemphasized, as today, through such exchange of information, Nigerians are celebrating the arrest of the infamous and recently nabbed Nigerian Ghanaian kidnapper. I say Nigerian Ghanaian, but he's a Nigerian, but he also has a Ghanaian passport. And I think that's something people have to look at. Nigerian Ghanaian kidnapper, Chukwudemeji George, Onwamadike. They also call him alias Evans. It's a very popular name in Nigeria, Evans. They call him Evans. That's what his criminal, what do you call it? That's his short name. Instead of this long name, they say also known as Evans. We call him Evans in Nigeria. Evans was apprehended 2 weeks ago by the IGP's X-Squad after many years of evading arrest, using kidnapping as a franchise for terrorizing Nigerians and many countries across sub-African continent, particularly the host country at this conference, Ghana. Together.
First of all, I want us to start from portions of your speech. You talked about a Nigerian kidnapper who has been arrested.
So that's the only one you can pick.
We'll talk about intelligence sharing also. We want you to give us more information on that, how you were able to arrest him, and then the collaborations that you had with the Ghanaian government to be able to arrest this man.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me say, AKA Evans, was arrested 2 weeks ago in Nigeria. And this is a fugitive that we believe was, introduced a different novel idea of this kidnapping. He brought all his family to be based in Ghana while he stays in Nigeria and be kidnapping people. And when he kidnaps, you know, his what do you call it? His price tag are always in dollars. $1 million, 50 million naira, 120 million naira. Those are the. That's why in Nigeria they refer to him as a billionaire kidnapper. He's a billionaire. And just like I discussed with my counterpart in Ghana, I think we need to, because he has 2 passports, Nigerian and Ghanaian passports. And like I said, his family and children are based in Ghana here. So I think it's very important they need to put an eye on his activities in Ghana. These are some of the issues, as you observe, these are some of the issues we have to together put our heads together to see how we can make the West African sub-region difficult for any will-be criminal, any of them.
Now, you stated that he has been operating on the coastline of the West African coastline. Can you tell us some of the countries?
And obviously, anyway, so far from our own end, we're able to track some of his properties in Lagos. We're able to track some of his gang members in Nigeria. But just like you observed, he may have some gang members in other places. And I think that's why I believe that the information we give our counterparts in Ghana, we're going to assist us to unravel some of these issues you are discussing. Whether he has a team in Ghana here, whether they've been involved in any kidnapping, or whether they've been involved in, because he indicated that he started with drug trafficking first before he veered into kidnapping. So there are so many things I think we can track on that events.
So do you have fears that he could possibly have trafficked, drugs using the Ghanaian passport and the other things that you talk about?
Whatever he does, I think he has met the end of his of whatever he's doing now. He's going to cooler. And I want you to understand that, in some states in Nigeria, kidnapping carries a death penalty. So it's not an offense that you take and leave it in Nigeria.
So we have the Ghana IGP also here. David Asante is here with us. I want you to, first of all, respond to the issues raised by the Nigerian IGP and what you, as a Ghana Police Service, the information that you also have about this kingpin that we know of, a kidnapper.
Well, having listened to the Inspector General of Police in Nigeria, we've come to realize that crime has become transnational, and therefore we can only fight this crime through international collaboration. This is exactly what we are doing. He's mentioned certain platforms like the West African Police Chiefs Organization, and then the head of Interpol in Nigeria also did mention a platform called the Interpol Network, the I-24/7. This is a platform that we share information and intelligence. And we're going to use that medium that will enable us, unravel some of the mysteries behind the arrest of this kidnapper in Nigeria. Some of these things we cannot tell people, but we are talking to ourselves and we're going to exchange.
Mo share video ni wi esi mo hu. Ye ka na man fa tete. Na Ghana fo dia. Mo ka sa do. Ya ye kromfo bi ebu ya bem obi timi kiro yen. We are all friends. We are all brothers. Share. Brother, se wo koto se aboa bi eti wunua so a enka se sore ne so ka se sore ye so na ebi ofiri ne so a na ode ba wo so. My GP na be ma ye warning. What be that? So maybe security head of police. Timi ko maybe bu kaka chem se me nkrofo na ba ha no. Dodo na ya nkrofo ti hwe ohu yi. Ne ye hu ade we ni ye ka na motete ha na mo ye na mo nka manu ti ye ka no tum agi gbom wo beti. Me ni visa intimanu we me de beka. Na anya krampeni for den se a omo ye hu bibi eja me da metimi ada. Obi besie minya enwi bi a tokro da se so aja metimi ewura a chele me body kakra osre. Bye bye, you be share the next video.